the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. But tonight, we've got a preseason matchup, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here now is Cam Little out to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
Almost certainly a future Hall of Famer, and he's still seeking the storybook ending to his career. But he had patience, looked around, took his time before choosing his team, and boy, are they glad that he did, because he still has a lot of juice left despite being 41 years old. Finishing the top 10 in passing yards last season with nearly 4,000 yards and touchdowns as well with 28.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come, because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
2nd and 10. Now run straight ahead with Warren. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That is caught. And he will have his Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. A 3-and-out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs.
Running left, it's Warren. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That is Josh Hines-Allen getting in there to bring him down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Rodgers going to throw. Airing it out deep for Woods. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And we've seen the flashes throughout his 4 years in the league, but he's coming off an injury-riddled season where he only played 10 games. Has to eliminate the costly turnovers at 52 in 4 seasons, and he's hoping the new coach Liam Cohen can unlock his untapped potential, and it has to happen right now.
Thomas has got it, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 4 brings up second down at the 30-yard line.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 3rd and 7. Lawrence will throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game,
They said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
they want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's Rodgers to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Warren. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he's across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Second and inches at the 29-yard line.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
4 yards. That's good for a Jaguars. First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Lawrence to throw. A short throw there to Strange. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Jaguars. First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard
line. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Hunter now will go in motion left. Now Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Now Lawrence to throw. Wisely will throw that one away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Jacksonville. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Etienne is not going to to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Lawrence. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Britton Strange as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second and a couple. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Halftime coming up. Let's get you downstate an hour or two to Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Scott Hansen and crew, thrilled to be with you from the Orlando studios at EA Sports, and we'll keep this one short and sweet. Just 1 touchdown on the board so far, 7-0 at the half. Will the offenses pick it back up? To find out, let's rejoin our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll look to ETN to start things out. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Alex Highsmith simply would not be stopped on that play.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Lawrence. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
On play action, now Rodgers. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. That completes it again to Metcalf. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. But whatever they were trying to call, Chad Muma had it read from the start, getting behind the line of scrimmage and dropping it. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Rodgers. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 27.
They'll start on the ground. ETN.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They go play action now. Lawrence. That is caught by Hunter.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Good for a Jaguars.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll run it with Hunter. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
That's good for a Jacksonville. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
A give running right, ETN.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
48-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Now from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. We've seen him do this many times in green and gold. Now he'll try to do it in black and gold. Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers trailing 10-3. A minute 46 to go. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rodgers. And this one complete to Smith.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
At the 25-yard line.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st down, Steelers.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. On the give, it's Warren. Nifty move. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense are saying go right ahead with those. This is 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here comes 2nd down. A handoff for Warren. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.